Last time on Kingdom Hearts. Mailbox sent 10 postcards to win something. Good luck.
Alright.
And I got a cottage.
You won a cottage?
I won an entire cottage.
Shit.
Thank
Right,
you.
fair. Yeah, go off then, Sora, if that's how the housing works around here.
And now. Okay, let's go. What do you think the next world we
Like
will
Mario
visit will
Galaxy. A Little Mermaid.
be? Ooh, interesting choice.
It's really quite slow, isn't it?
It is crawlingly slow. I can make it slower.
It's, oh, good. You know what? I'm alright.
And we're here in Wonderland. Let's go to Great Britain.
That's fun. Oh, God.
I'm gonna be real with you and say that Great Britain appears 3 times in this particular game. I don't know, would you count Wonderland as Great Britain?
No.
Okay.
Too whimsical.
Good morning. Good night. I need a bit more sleep.
Now that feels very
Wait,
British.
what do we have to do to grow small?
Saying good night towards good morning.
When I used to work, like, retail, I'd be like, good afternoon, they'd check their watch, and I'm like, mate, come on, lad.
I'm gonna say the first game, from a gameplay perspective, certainly not the deepest game of them all. Winnie the Pooh plays a big important role throughout all Kingdom Hearts games.
Oh, excellent news.
They really hype him up in Birth by Sleep. It's gonna be so funny once you get there. Not to spoil it too much, but they're like, this, you will meet someone who will awaken your true powers.
I've done absolutely nothing wrong. You may be queen, but I'm afraid that doesn't give you the right to be so mean.
Silence!
It actually does. That's the point of the monarchy.
Hey guys,
Come here,
we
Alice.
should help
Let me
her
tell
out.
you about anti-monarchism movements.
For the crimes of assault and attempted theft of my heart. Off
Oh.
her head!
No! Oh, please!
Hold it right there. Excuse
I do love that Donald was like, no meddling, we cannot interfere with the affairs of the world. And Sora, in the first game that he visited, was like, fuck that noise.
Oh, shit.
Who wants to do the queen? I could do the
You
queen.
can do the queen, I'll do Alice.
Okay. Bring me evidence of Alice's innocence. Interesting tidbit about Alice. She was voiced by the exact same person that voiced her 50 years prior in the movie. She voices Alice, and also voiced Wendy in Peter Pan. As a 14 or 16-year-old or something. And then she came back, like...
Nailed it.
So, where are you from?
Actually, can I remember? See, I found this mysterious rabbit hole, and when I tried to peek inside, I stumbled in head over heels, and I found myself here.
So, you're from another world.
That's funny. Maybe you don't need a ship then.
I don't get it. Oh my god. Shall we trust him?
It's turning into like a very weird Marge Simpson.
Homie! Sora! Because magic, what's very funny about this game is that magic attack is not an extra stat. Magic attack is dependent on your magic points, on your MP, the same thing you cast with. So choosing the staff makes your magic more powerful also. Oh, found Dalmatians! I found puppy number 16.
In the box?
And I love Blizzard because it works like a shotgun. It's gonna be very helpful against, well, against whatever fight is coming up. Article 29. Anyone who defies the Queen is guilty. That's crazy.
That was not Marge.
Sorry.
Marge is going through a rough patch.
Deep freeze.
You can actually fucking hit that one. You can hit her.
Get her ass.
There you go.
Fucked.
Now that I hit her, I'm gonna actually do what I meant to do, which is attack this thing.
Alice.
Is that Donald? No. Have you seen Alice?
Donald. They always ask for how potion.
Never ask. What? No, they always ask for high potion. Never ask for how potion.
For how potion?
Time to go back to Lotus 4. Oh, it's these little guys.
Oh, hi.
Huh?
Hi. Hi, baby.
Great.
Look at them do their wee little dance. Oh, look. Shadows might go after the doorknob too.
Not the doorknob, my favorite character.
No.
There's some interesting clipping issues going on here.
Are there?
Yeah, look to the right side of the screen. Do you see that weird little column?
Yeah.
That's because they clip it. It's the camera's
Oh.
clipping out of the wall.
Ah, I see.
Because originally this game was in 4:3, and then for the HD
Oh,
remakes, they
they've
made it.
expanded it.
Yeah, they made it
Right.
full screen.
The shadows should be here soon. Are you prepared for the worst? If not, too bad. Whoa. Oh, he's... Look. Game.
I love his shoes.
Oh, iconic.
This fight is a lot of jumping up to try and get him.
Fire blast.
Fire! Ouch!
Fire.
Stop it. It's a lot of whacking in the early stages of the game, and honestly in the latter stages as well. It's a lot of running up to the boss and
Swinging.
smacking with my big oversized key. Come on, Sora.
You alright?
Jump up there.
Did Donald and Goofy die?
Yeah, they're both dead. Okay. You should be done soon.
God, how much health do we have? Jesus.
Ah, there we go. Okay, this should be... I hope he's like done after this. Yes! Okay.
Hey! He's like me for real. This is what I look like.
No. You hear that? Sounded like something closed. And he lost a tooth.
This gummy ain't like the others. No, sir.
Okay, I'll hold on to it.
I don't know if that's a good idea, Donald. I'm not sure you'll last the night.
I'm gonna eat it.
I headcanon Goofy is repressed.
I wanted to explore a few more secrets.
You know what? I love a good secret. Actually, no, I don't. I don't enjoy. Well, some.
Hello?
That's so cool. My entire Discord crashed.
Look at this.
What? That's very disorientating.
It's very disorienting. That's the gimmick of Wonderland, is that... I mean, you have the Queen's Castle, which I'm gonna do in big quotes because it's just the one room in the hedges.
Context.
You have the Lotus Forest, you have the Mad Hatter's house, and then you just have this room in every configuration. I think you can... It's very fun. It's very disorienting, though, but it gives you a lot of secrets that you can explore. Like,
I don't remember gravity shifting being part of Alice in Wonderland, the original story.
No, but, you know, this came out in 2002 for the PlayStation. So I really think they had to try and get as much weirdness in, or emulate the weirdness.
Yeah. With the limitations they had.
With the limitations they had, exactly. I think they found a pretty good compromise. Alice in Wonderland was at one point my favorite book. I decided it was my favorite book. I don't know if I ever liked the book really for what it was. But yeah, I don't think I ever really appreciated what the book was about until I was much older.
Yeah.
It was more like, yeah, this is cool and edgy. I'm a teenager.
God, you know, I'm sure that it is like a biting commentary of something, but I've never actually sat down and thought about it proper. I guess Kingdom Hearts in this one specific setting is taking an anti-monarchy certain stance. Like they say, like Sora is correctly identified that absolute power does not lead to a just judicial system.
I mean, it's interesting because, you know, in a lot of ways, like, I mean, it's just the Disney thing of like having evil queens.
Yeah. And not necessarily like questioning why someone who has that intention would be able to enact the things that they do.
Yeah.
Like, why should they be able to do that?
Yeah, I think it's that more likely. Like, not that I wanna... As much as I truly believe that the Disney worlds and being associated with Disney is a real boon for the series and allows for some really interesting stuff, it's also certainly like a hindrance to them.
They can't exactly be doing hard-hitting political commentary when they've got Disney mask breathing down their neck.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, people are always... And I understand, like, Tetsuya Nomura by himself is also not, like, a genius writer. I will not...
Yeah.
I enjoy his writing. I really like him, and I like things that he works on, but he's certainly not, like... He certainly never does, like, societal, hard-hitting commentary, at least from everything that I've seen of him. He has never done that. I think people underestimate, and they talked about it in the lead-up to Kingdom Hearts 3, which I guess once we get to Kingdom Hearts 3 in 10 years... but for Kingdom Hearts 3, he talked about the limitations that have been put on them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this section again. Okay, great fodder for us talking.
Woo.
And yeah,
No, I've got to. This is hard-hitting social commentary. This is the stuff he was looking for. Look, we have to go through these hoops, and do they mean anything really?
No.
Should we not try and go around them when we go through these hoops? What are they really for? Who are they trying to stop when we jump through them?
Now I lost my train of thought. I think definitely people underestimate just how much the Disney branding also just stops him from doing anything interesting.
Oh my god, yeah. Was fucking Gravity Falls Disney?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
like seeing like that Twitter thread of Alex saying what was like flagged in the show about for family-friendly content, like being associated with the Disney brand is fucking mental.
Yeah, and in this one in particular, because it's not just, it's not an original Disney work, it's an adaptation of already existing IP, so there's a lot
and like specifically like very classic Disney as well, like stuff that's got really strong brand recognition. Like that's the pull of the whole thing, innit?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna spoil Kingdom Hearts 3 for you a little bit.
Okay.
Not in any substantial way. But in Kingdom Hearts 3, they adapt Frozen. And the way that the team had planned it was they wanted to make Elsa the final boss, which is a super interesting choice. They wanted her to basically give into the darkness, and that's a whole, like, thing that they wanted to explore. And Disney just said, no, you're not going to do that because we cannot, Elsa's like our most prized property. And yeah.
Like, yeah, it's why I'll never be that impressed by like Disney's first gay character, because it's like, okay, man, but can you say anything? Hey, Donald, maybe King Mickey's down there?
Oh, God.
In a backwater place like that? No way! Let's move on!
Hold on, Riku and Kairi might be down there. Let's check it out.
Forget it, we're on an important mission.
It's brutal how much Donald talks.
It is. Just land.
No!
Somehow the word no becomes like an entire fight for me to say.
I think it's a fight you're losing.
No! Don't touch that! No!
I am losing. Oh.
That's quite pretty, isn't it?
It is.
Is this Winnie the Pooh?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Goofy?
They're fucking
Oh
dead.
my god, it's Tigger. Time to.
Are we gonna fight him?
Yeah, time to beat up a big kitty.
What the fuck? You just come into the cottage that they've been living happily, and then get upset when they like jump you and try and ask what you're doing, and pull out a fucking sword and beat them to death. Jesus Christ!
Oh, that was a beatdown.
Oh my god!
The poor
Sora!
Right, my friends. There's two of them. The loud one is done. Know what? Never mind.
Oh my god.
I'm looking for my friends Riku and Kairi.
The breakup.
Did he just fucking
friends.
ditch Donald and Goofy to die in the jungle? Oh, we landed together. Gay rights. I wanted the Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat's been my favourite character so far, and Riku. I like them when they're a little bit insane.
The Cheshire Cat was always my favorite. Speaking of the time when I was Alice in Wonderland fanboy, the Cheshire Cat was always my favorite character, but again, I think it was mostly for... I love little pig shits. It's true.
You do. That's true. You know what, folks? The branding is real.
I think it's interesting, especially because I've been watching, and I think I can bring that up, because I think there would be a surprising number of overlap. I've been watching Neverafter, D20's Neverafter recently, which I haven't watched it yet because I'm waiting for it to end, so I know what the ending is before I get into it. And like, some people say it'd be fine for me to watch, and some people would be like, "You'd fucking hate it." Really?
So, yeah.
Oh, because I think it's okay. So I think
it's existential. I love existential threat.
It's extremely existential. Well, Neverafter brings up one of the ideas of the Neverafter is that these fairy tales are constantly repeated and getting reiteration. It's like it's commentating on the folklore index, like how there's different versions of the same fairy tale. Like in some versions of the Frog Prince, he gets kissed and turns back into a human. In other versions, he gets thrown against the wall and turns into a human. It comments on that, and I was thinking about Kingdom Hearts. How Kingdom Hearts,
a British flag.
One of the threats they just set up in the most recent episode, which at the time of recording is episode 4, is the fact that the Neverafter is shrinking. There's less and less once upon a times, as they call it. And people have started speculating that it may be because, Brennan, the bad guy's capitalism. And people have been speculating that it might be like a meta commentary on like the Disney Corporation. Them doing these fairy tales and doing basically like the version that people think of when they think of the fairy tales. But what I was thinking about in terms of like Neverafter and Kingdom Hearts, to finally bring it back to Kingdom Hearts, is that I think it's very interesting because one of the problems that Kingdom Hearts has is that they cannot stray really from the Disney movie. It cannot stray from the Disney movie, and that becomes it has been a point of criticism for years at this point, ever since the second game came out. Because in this first game, they're allowed to be a little bit more experimental. They're allowed to do interesting things with it, and they try, especially in the most recent entries, I believe. Like Kingdom Hearts 3, in my opinion, tries very hard to... It stumbles at certain points, but that's a discussion for when we get to Kingdom Hearts 3. Dark Road, one of the newer entries, does really interesting things with it. But the problem is that they're never really allowed to show anything. Dark Road, for example, is a game that takes place like 70 years before Kingdom Hearts, before the first Kingdom Hearts. Still, if you go to like Alice in Wonderland world and you find the Queen, and you find like everyone there. It works for Alice in Wonderland because these characters are kind of timeless. But then you go to like Agrabah and it's still Jafar, and they have like a lore explanation for why that is. It's because like time dilation in worlds, like the time in worlds like goes slower. But obviously it's like an explanation, I think, out of necessity. Because they cannot show Agrabah 70 years before the movie because Disney never did like a prequel that long ago, and Tetsuya Nomura and the staff at Square Enix is not allowed to come up with like with their own characters and their own stories for that. And in some ways, I think it really hampers. It really hampers Kingdom Hearts. I mean, they come up with like... Everyone is always like, they always come up with like such weird explanations for why they go through the movie plot again. Like they go through memories, they go through data, they go through dreams. It's time dilation. And I'm like, but I think those are decisions made out of necessity.
Yeah, rather than like a desire to tell that story.
Yeah.
No, I should have done more research, but because in the back of my head, I've had this in a lot of. I've done a bit of stuff on Buddhism and other Taoism, and a lot of that stuff has this concept of like there necessarily being both the thesis and the antithesis. Or that's not right. They're more like the object and the anti-object, like darkness and light and emptiness and presence and all these things that need to be that require each other to exist. So I'm very interested to see if that kind of thing comes out at all, if the concept of like lightness and dark not being something that needs to overcome each other, but something that necessarily exists together.
Interesting. What's that?
A gummy block. It's the same stuff used to build our ship.
So that means
the king could be here.
Never gets old.
So, he was speaking in gorilla back there.
Ah, that's right. You're looking for your friends?
He said Riku and Kairi are here, and one word I couldn't understand.
We'll show Tarzan some of the slides and see if any of them match that word. Oh, what happened to the slides?
I found them all already, I believe.
What's wrong, Sora?
What? Nothing. This place, it just looks so familiar.
Familiar.
But how? I've never been off my island.
Random ass slides.
Where are my friends, Riku and Kairi?
Are they gorilla? Are they baby?
I'd wager they're with the
They're
gorillas,
dead.
but Tarzan refuses to take us to them.
Jesus.
Tarzan nods.
Are you sure?
Tarzan, go see Kerchak.
Kerchak?
He must be the leader. Perfect. I'll go along as an escort.
No, kill him.
I wonder if he's the bad guy. Oh yeah, and you have to this cat you have to beat it up so many times.
Oh, this poor cat. He's done that wrong.